everybody, we're going to hop straight into it. We're jumping into the pistol round here between Complexity and paiN Gaming, and it's Nuke to start. This is going to be paiN's map pick. Bringing it through. The veto as we've got it is Complexity's taking Overpass next. Inferno is our decider should we get to it. And after last night, I mean, this is a Complexity team that despite the recent success might be looking a little mortal. We're going to get a fast hit. Okay, straight on in. Wasting no time. And, well, Complexity are wasting no time getting these kills. 4 go their way. Only 1 back the other. Zera all in this lonesome, and he won't be there for long. John, he won't be there for long at all.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, Complexity looked a little rough around the edges, right? In the ATK match, we expected them to be a little more dominant than they were. They had their moments, but ATK really hung on and were able to give them quite a fight. But at the end of the day, Complexity 2-0'd them. Then, up against MIBR, oh my goodness, it went from bad to worse. I mean, Anubis was a struggle, and then Inferno, nothing. It looked like an entirely different Complexity on Inferno versus the way they played on ATK. Now, let's just hope, at least for Complexity's sake, that that was an aberration, and maybe fatigue was coming into play. Who knows what the factors were, but we know they can play better than that. We saw it at Cato, and we expect a lot more from them here tonight.
I think there's always a bit of an adjustment, right? The adjustment back to playing online and
Yes.
servers can take a little bit of time. You're back home after Cato, maybe taking a little bit easier in terms of the prac after a very grueling a month-long lead up to the Katowice. They were putting in tons of time during the boot camp. So understandable factors, but the reality of this Counter-Strike calendar is there's no mercy, right? It's a brutal, unforgiving calendar, and if you want to be qualifying through to these events, you got to be bringing your A game in the qualifiers. And I mean, a team like paiN didn't have the opportunity to advance as far, so they're going to be looking to really punish and make their way into the Brazilian event of the year. I mean, this one's so huge to a team like paiN. To a team like MIBR, a chance to play at IEM Brazil would be massive.
No question. Fang and JT going to take care of business here, Mike. Pretty standard affair up against only blocks, and that will make it 2-0 in favor of Complexity. Now, speaking a little bit more about paiN, right? They haven't really been on the radar that much, at least at the top tier of Counter-Strike. They played the Cato play-ins, but outside of that, not much. CCT, NA they played twice. They played in the grand finals against Nouns both times, 1-1, lost 1, and I mean, there's not really much to do on their part. They also had a recent roster change. Nekiz is added back to the roster after being benched last year because PKL decided to step down for personal reasons. So I'm not entirely sure who is calling right now on the paiN side, if maybe they're just, you know, going with the flow, but
if I had to guess, I mean, Nekiz is an obvious candidate to step into that role.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit odd because he's been away from the roster for a while, right? You're not quite sure how up he is in their meta. It's definitely a bit of an odd situation for paiN to follow through, and I am curious about how they're approaching this, right? Because you have players in Zera and hallzerk who've been here for a long time. You've got the new young guns of Zevi and Skullz, and then you have that returning veteran in Nekiz. There's a lot of directions you could take in terms of who's actually going to be that strong voice.
yeah. Well, one thing's for sure, though, Mike, is that their playstyle is leaning more to letting the young guns shine in Skullz and Zevi. And you see it in terms of the fragging Skullz over the last month, not including this qualifier, of course. In 12 maps, 254 frags, and plus 51 kill death differential for Skullz, and right behind him, Zevi at 246 frags and plus 49 kill death differential. So they are taking care of the brunt of the fragging duties. And I'm sure we're going to see more of the same here tonight. Fang going to get the opener, does get traded up by Biggie, but this is in effect a bonus round for Complexity.
Oh, lobby control being taken here. This player towards the vending machines, in towards Trophy. This could be rough. He's certainly looking for it. No, but Skullz not going to be able to hang on. My goodness, he heard all the footsteps coming, and now this is high pressure. And you got 2 players who are very low. Zera's the only healthy one. If he gets caught, oh, he won't be. That's a critical frag. They had to take Fluffy out of play. Now they know Grim's out in the open, but Zevi from control, he can punish. Complexity, they've overplayed their hand. They tried to go too quick to deny that bomb plant. In doing so, they lost their advantages. See if they can drag this back through. Mention it. Yes, that's certainly the case, but
wow.
I mean, you still can't just get completely swept out of this. Oh, and they will indeed be. Great punish coming through from paiN. It looked very hairy on entry into the B site, but they make it work beautifully.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's hallzerk who got that frag to open things up, and then Zevi picked it up with a couple more. Just slipping through into Squeaky from Decon was fantastic on paiN's part. They managed to not take any casualties, get that bomb planted, and Complexity were just caught a little bit out of position towards the entrance at B room. So and they were never able to really get a foothold back into the site. Now they opt to go for a light buy. Okay, yesterday we were seeing them go really aggressive right in these force buy situations.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a talk and said, guys, let's settle down a little bit, maybe, especially on our CT sides, and ensure that our economy is taken care of. And that's exactly what you're going to see here. Even though a force buy is very viable with this type of economy, instead they just opt for 3 Deagles, 2 USPs, and the smoke in Floppy's hands. Are they going to go for aggression towards the outside? Looks like they were perhaps thinking about it, but now they're just going to fall back and play some passive angles.
I'm kind of wondering as well, John, all of this saved money, if there might be a thought towards the double op early.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It won't be comfortable even if they do. Fang will be able to buy it, no problem, but realizing the loss bonus is still very, very good. Probably. It'd be interesting, though. Complexity is a team that doesn't really deploy that secondary op very often. I think Grim's done a bit of it.
I think Fang? Maybe?
All right. Fang around here and towards mid. This is going to be the setup. Big Arrow's in for a world of hurt. He finds the first. He finds contact, but he doesn't expect more to be there. hallzerk getting a kill elsewhere, though. This opens the doors towards the lower site, and at this point, it might be a game to save the AK. Though, well, yeah, over and towards heaven, there should be very little chance for Complexity to actually influence this round.
Yeah, given that fact that they invested so little into this round, and AK is a huge boost to their economy, and we talked about the double op maybe being viable before, now it's definitely viable with the AK saved. So keep it in your hands. Maybe Floppy and hallzerk hunt a little bit more.
Is he still lower or is he under heaven? He's got to be lower now. Okay, yep,
he's
all the way
in
down.
ramp. Right, yeah.
All right. So he'll just try and save contact lobby. Fence hide. Duck and cover. He will not be able to do so. Goes for the swing, goes for the check, and hallzerk's watching it. So that gun's not taken through. It's not going to impact the buy in this one. They got plenty of money to invest up. The op's going to be coming through, but that AK would have been nice. Would have been a nice party favor for the long game.
Like I said, it could have justified a double op, but without it, they decide to go for that single op. Like you said, their economy is still not stabilized enough. They do spend down to pretty much 0 across the board, except for Fang at 650. 4 A4s and an op on their side. paiN still going to be rocking with rifles only, and Bigu on the MAC-10. Maybe this is going to be a quick hit with the MAC-10 needing a charge into a bomb site. We'll have to see. Looks like that won't be the case. They're settling down in lobby. Skullz just spamming that smoke, hoping to connect onto something, but nothing doing as of yet, and paiN have really slowed down the pace here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to go for a smoke wall outside here late, having shown a little bit of presence, but they haven't baited out a ton of utility from Complexity. The problem is Complexity just doesn't have a ton of utility, period. There's not a ton to bait out. Deep smoke in for garage. There's a gap in this. Oh, Fang might get a spot here, but they're looking for that exact play. Does Fang have the eyes? He does indeed. He gets first blood. It's just the SMG down, but still, it's the Vanguard, right? Out of play now.
Yeah.
Get a chance to make a move around. They're going to go for the secret play. Knowing that they pressure the garage player, knowing that Fang's not going to want to stick around, but it's hallzerk in position. That's bomb confirmation. He's able to take the next corner as well, set up for the next fight. Utility down, smoke around. Do they want to chase this? This is so risky. They are indeed, and he only gets the leg. That's a nice find for paiN. Might give them a chance for a bomb plant here towards the lower site, but already in a position is Floppy. Waiting for that door to open up. He's worked his way up here. Nothing double door, so it's just about the plant. Zevi caught. Zevi gone. And now it's a very tough situation. hallzerk's not got the help for this. He's got to hit the shot quick, and he's not going to do so. 15 seconds. They're out of time. Got to avoid dying after the clock, so he will go into the fight. Now Skullz is just left to save.
Yeah, I mean, Skullz not being in that main fight will be able to save in the situation since he's all the way up the A site. Or, I mean, maybe he was in the fight, but he's backed off. Either way, will be a third round picked up by Complexity. I like the decision-making for hallzerk in that situation, right? He gets the opening frag, misses the second one, decides to fall off, throws the smoke. So he did everything right, given the circumstances, but then missed the shot. So,
sometimes you just hit a leg, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Still played it well. It also gives the time for the
Yes.
player to get in towards lower. That's absolutely how you
Yep.
want an Opera to take that.
Precisely.
He has had a tendency before. You know, sometimes he just goes for that play where he thinks he can get away with something. Maybe he's a little over aggressive. That wasn't one of those situations. No, very calm, cool, and collected. Skullz dropped down low, but he does gain the site. Doesn't have the bomb with him, though. They have lost lower, and they're hearing all this noise, so are they going to overreact to this? They should know Skullz is in here. But no one's responding to that information just yet. Floppy could actually get caught. Skullz has done this very quickly, and indeed he will find the kill. So that is maybe a bit of miscom, maybe a bit of misinformation. Maybe they didn't realize the player had gotten down, but
yeah,
that's something they're going to majorly regret. Now Complexity is on the outside looking in right at the get-go of this round.
and hallzerk's in a really bad spot, right? I mean, he's stuck behind that smoke over at vent side. Grim's there now as well, but oh, that's just tough. JT's going to go down. At this point, if you're Complexity looking at your money, you might want to just call it off and save. The thing is, you don't really know where to go because paiN are pretty much everywhere and a lot of unknowns.
Yeah, they got to kill Bigu. If they kill Bigu,
Yep.
it's fine to save, but he's going to try and let his pound of flesh. He doesn't have a lot of information on the players, and Grim is going to rip his head from his shoulder. So that should
nice
mean
shot.
that they can take the guns through. But still,
Yeah.
it's a big round for paiN to win early on.
Yeah, I mean, just fantastic work from Skullz, right? He slipped on through. paiN made enough noise, I guess, to distract from the fact that Skullz dropped down and got there. And then he snuck up on Floppy, who had no idea at all that Skullz would be coming from that direction. And once he gets that frag, it opens up the floodgates for a B take. Timeout going to be called by paiN despite the success they had in that round. Maybe just want to make some adjustments. But we are tied up again.
Figure out the finances as well. Although, not really a big issue for them. For Complexity, and more so, I think they're appreciating this time to figure out what they're going to put which way. A lot of utility available for them in this round, but the problem's going to come if you drop this. If you drop this, this could get to be a very scary half before you know it. So critical round here for Complexity early.
Yes. I mean, paiN is notoriously good on their T sides of that Nuke, right? So you don't want to let them rack up too many rounds. And should they lose this one, they'll once more be unable to get an economic footing and really give paiN a chance to explode on their T side even further. Talking about Nuke a little bit more, it is the best map by far for paiN, right? Over the last 3 months, they've played it 14 times. The only map they've played 10 or more times in their pool with a plus 63 round difference. So they are solid. Ended up winning, not winning, but played very closely against MIBR yesterday, losing 13-16.
Oh, it's going to be a big engagement early on. Fang postured very aggressively. He could get some support from Mini, perhaps, but actually it's hallzerk coming up secret late. Oh, the timing! Fang looks away just as big as Zera comes through the smoke, and now that's going to be the first one for free. That's a big find early on. They're wary of hallzerk now. He got them last time. He slowed them right on down. For the moment, at least, Big Zera's waiting to see if he'll get a benefit, to see if he'll come looking. So paiN slow things down. On the clock, still available here. Lobby control theirs. They don't know it, but ramp is completely, entirely open to them. If they want the B site is theirs here, John.
It looks like that's what they're going to do. They're on the flashbangs in. Being able to take ramp. JT finds net keys, so that's one frag in favor of Complexity. The problem is that the site's lost. No one's here.
And again, you can have Big Zera working his way late down secret. Now no one's watching that. They pulled off of it. I guess your team might be king, but this is starting to be very concerning. Here's the wolf at their back.
Oh, no.
They're not even going to be able to get the straight dig going. That's the op down. And now they have to worry about this. Big Zera mowing them down, eliminating this, preventing Complexity from even getting involved in this round. It's such a desperate situation now. JT maybe has the element of surprise. They don't think they were both in the same position, but with the ball down, his position revealed. What can he do? Oh, quite a bit. 2 more targets to find. This would be the full ace from JT, and they're coming around on the flank. So you can expect them out from Decon. A single door, and no, down he goes. Skullz seals the deal, prevents that highlight round from coming through, and that is a back-breaking blow for Complexity CT side early.
Oh, absolutely. What a great play from JT to even give himself the opportunity there, but there are just too many angles to clear, too much information that was unknown to him, and then he gets flanked out from Decon. So 4-3 for paiN. They've taken the lead here on their T side, and well, it's still early on, but not exactly the greatest trend for Complexity to kick off this map.
Oh,
And
certainly
looking
not.
at looking at their Nuke, like, it's not a map they play that often either. Sure, they've had success on it, have had some tough competitors to get that success, 4-2 with a plus 22 round differential, but I think they're not in top form right now.
No, it hasn't been a place of comfort for them.
Right.
Their recent campaign. There we go. Skullz down. Big Guzera. Not quite next to follow. And now the cleanup crew comes in to make sure he won't exit the server just yet. Nice stability. Just making sure that this is going to be as comfortable as can be. And indeed it is. Oh, all right. One more. Not going to happen. Aim punch a bit too much for hallzerk to overcome. paiN Gaming build to 5.
And one thing that's an encouraging trend here for paiN is that Big Guzera has been their top frag in 2 of the 4 maps they've played so far in this qualifier. On Vertigo against ATK, Bigu 24-16 with a 95.6 ADR, and then up against MIBR on Nuke yesterday, 22 frags and a 90.2 ADR. And the reason I point that out is, as of late, like I mentioned, Skullz and Zevi have been really the ones that have been taking care of the frag duties. But they have Bigu supporting them as well with performances like those that become even more threatening. And he's typically been good historically, right?
Yeah, that he has indeed. Skullz with the boost up here. This is cheeky. But he's going to commit off of it. Go on through the Molotovs. Good. JT's uncomfortable. And now JT is erased. Dunzo.
Jeez.
Goner. Just full on wreck. With the bomb going down, with the money in shambles, complexity is already posturing like they want to back away. You can't blame them. So they're going to concede a 6th here. They're just going to back off of this and try and fight another day.
That's such a cool game. They love to mix things up, and that A hit is one of those strats that they throw into the mix. Not often enough to make it predictable, of course, but when they do go for it, usually they find some success. And right there, it's perfect. JT's the only one left on the site because they isolated all the positions with some smokes thrown and, of course, the flashes. And yeah, well played from paiN. Again, they get 6, Mike.
Fang traded out. paiN are more than happy to pay the iron price for that one. Get another gun out of their hands. Keep this as expensive as possible for complexity. And now for Cole, they got to try and find 2 guns out of this buy to pad it on through. Could see a timeout coming in early on here for complexity, and indeed it will be used. This is their first, and it's a good time to do it because the momentum decidedly swinging against them. They got to try and figure out some solutions here on Nuke. And in particular, what I'm seeing is they're just losing a lot of these initial engagements, right? Outside in particular, Big Guzera's had a lot of success. He's been a bit of a nuisance. But then we see the takes in towards A. It's just very decisive, very snappy from paiN. And they're finding moments where complexity aren't getting a rotation through in time. They're leaving sites open. They're leaving ramp open. They're leaving lower open. There's a lot of windows for paiN to slip through, and they're taking full advantage.
Yeah, I think you framed it really well, Mike. There are holes in the defense right now for complexity that paiN are exploiting, and also they're not winning those opening duels. And over this qualifier anyway, JT has been the one at the brunt of the opening duels with 31.1% of the attempts going his way. Grim right behind him at 22.3% of attempts, and both their success rates not as high as they usually are. I mean, JT, it might be around 46.9%, but Grim at 52.2% success. Still, it's more than half. But I think that's mostly because of what happened in not so much in that MIBR match. Skullz gonna get the opener here onto Grim. Fang gets a response, but Zevi right there to trade it back. The trades are even better though for complexity as they finally get a man advantage here. Nekez and Skullz trying to work around this smoke, but Nekez can't. He goes on top of that red box, and man, you are just a prime target from multiple angles if you choose to go there. Skullz fully flashed out, still manages to get the frag on GG, and finds hallzerk as well! Makes it a 1v1, 16 HP left, but Floppy saves the day and finds the last. Complexity are back on the board.
My goodness. Oh, man. That was very close coming through from Skullz. And I mean, the reality of it is as well is, yeah, maybe he didn't win the round, but holy calzone, did he make it hurt? The bank is empty once again. This round is going to be desperation for complexity. They don't have full util. They don't have head armor. It won't matter. It shouldn't matter unless the Glocks come out, but they're right on the edge of ruination. So this is the chance for complexity to bring in a little bit of stability. We're seeing some aggressive posturing from Floppy. I don't mind this. Do something. Take a little bit of an exit here, as opposed to sitting back in your sights and getting dumpster. Grim finds the opening pick. Looking for the next fight as well. He's got it on Nikiz. And now it's going in the favor of Complexity. And they take Zevi out of play. So it's just down to hallzerk. His position known. That was a bit ambitious from Grim, shall we say? And so let's see if hallzerk can find a bit more punishment. A little bit more pain brought their way, shall we say. The AWP pushed off. And a repeat in for hallzerk will finish the deal. 3 players surviving. That's a good round now for Complexity.
Yeah, one of their best so far. I mean, Grim, the 3K comes through. Maybe a little bit of frustration boiling over, right? Because he's trying to chase down that frag and end the round a little more decisively. It doesn't happen. He goes down, but still the round does end shortly afterwards with that nice shot. A nice repeat of the AWP from hallzerk. So Complexity, I like the aggressive style they're employing now, getting into the faces of paiN more, trying to have a little bit more confidence in their play. We'll see if that continues on here. Looks like, well, perhaps not in this round. They're playing more passively. hallzerk from CT spawn as they see that wall of smokes get thrown, and biguzera slips on through into secret, while the rest of his teammates are posted up at lobby looking for an opening, potentially towards that B ramp, which they have exploited a couple of times here. Floppy.
He's flopping.
Throws that nade on forward. Yeah. And he's just going to be waiting for some targets. But as it stands, paiN slowing the pace down now.
So one of my favorite little things that happened in Katowice is I got my Can't Stop the Flop shirt signed.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Can't Stop the Grim. We're going to have to come up with better catchphrases for Grim. Because there's the Grim Reaper, but that one's so obvious, right? We need to take it to the next level. Wow. hallzerk, this is a bit of an awkward shooting gallery. They don't really want to be the first guy up the ladder. They know they're keeping him uncomfortable, and there you go. Stick your head up into the barrel. Oh, he's going to knock it off. They're really committing to trying to unseat the AWP from this position top ladder, and it is costing paiN right now. That's just not a fight you want to take. Not once he knows you're coming. Oh, paiN forced to reevaluate with only 30 seconds to go. Now, down in a 2v5. This is such a tough situation. They're seeing this hard-fought momentum start to slip away. Grim's got the spot. The trade is there as well. And this should not be possible for hallzerk. I say that, though. Oh, he'll take the first. And hallzerk will make sure he takes no more.
Yeah, I think paiN, we're trying to test and see if hallzerk was good at whack-a-mole. The answer is yes. He is very good. Don't do that again because he will punish you every single time. I like the idea, though, right? They wanted to put pressure on him, trying to attract attention by poking their heads up and down and leaving some space for the player who could be in CT to perhaps gain an angle on him and take him down. It just didn't happen. They connected on some shots, but hallzerk, he's very solid, and he proved it there. Kept his head amongst him and was able to get 3 frags. So Complexity stay alive, get a 6 for themselves, and tie up the scoreline once more, forcing paiN onto an eco round. They got a couple of P250s, a Deagle, a Tech-9, and a Glock to work with. 3 flashes, now 2.
Looks like a ramp play.
Yeah,
looks like the ramp play here. Tech-9 tipping the spear. Floppy finding one, but he's blinded up. He can't get away. The Goomba Stomp comes through. And Fang's lost as well. Oh, just to a Glock. Yeah, that's not going to be great. They know biguzera's outside, so hallzerk's kind of stuck here. Got to be really careful not to get pinched, and indeed he will be. Uh-oh, this is getting catastrophic. JT, 2 big kills. Brings it into the clutch. Grim should have a good idea where biguzera was. biguzera's trying to find a gun right now. What do you do with the P250? No armor! P250, what on earth is that?
What? He didn't even pick up a gun. He said, I don't need a gun. I just need the P250. Goes around the corner, hits the headshot, and then finishes him off with the body shot. Wow. Or that might have been a headshot at the end. I don't know. I was too excited because that was a ridiculous play.
He was
Either
am
way.
I crazy? He was full HP, right, Grim?
Yeah, yeah, he was, I believe. Yeah.
What on
It was
earth?
both players were full HP, except Bigger didn't have the armor.
What is that? That should never, you should never win that. It's not even like Grim whiffed. I am struggling to understand how he actually won that fight. My mind is blown.
He had a perfect read. I think he was expecting it. That's why he wins the fight.
Still, I have no clue how the rifle didn't win out that. That's nuts. That is actually insane. Wow. biguzera pulling off a magic trick at the end there. I mean, even if he hadn't won that, that round would have been disastrous for Complexity. Now it's just an absolute catastrophe.
Oof. That is that is a tough pill to swallow for Complexity. We'll see if they can bounce back after that. But the problem is, now they've yielded 7 rounds to the team side. Look at this. Next is going to walk in. He's actually going to go down, but Skullz recovers quickly for a couple. Now hallzerk manages to get one, but this is just pandemonium. The round is over in the first 20 seconds. Everyone engaging, whether it be in the outer yard or towards lobby and A site. But paiN come out with the round, and that was a force buy for Complexity, so their money is pretty much done. They don't have anything to work with.
It's all right. It'll all be over soon. Only one more round in this half. But paiN in that last one just hit the nitrous. They hit the nitrous. They said, we're going as fast as possible. Complexity tried to meet them at it. They did not have the gas tank for that one. Boom. Hit a wall.
Woo. It's the changeup pitch that paiN throws every once in a while on their T side. They're so good at pacing their executes here and keeping their opponents off guard. Now hallzerk finds Floppy, as Floppy just had that pistol. All of them, in fact, only have pistols. That's all they could afford. Will be again an opening frag down for paiN. Skullz gets JT. Now they're trying to pitch into lobby, and it will work. Grim gets 2. Neck isn't hallzerk dropped. Can Grim get another? No. And hallzerk is down, Mike.
That was quite a way to end the half. Quite a bit of fireworks there. We're going to take a quick little break here, folks. We'll be back in just a flash. back here, kicking off this second half pistol. Nice lead here for paiN. 9-6 off of their T side. It's a good showing for sure, as their pace proved too much for Complexity to handle, but this would be the round to seal the deal to make it happen. And they got mad dualies. Dualies have gotten so very popular.
I mean, yeah, you got 30 rounds, right? You get the armor, you got a recon, and it's crazy. It gives you a huge advantage. Neck is going to get a couple here onto Floppy and Fag. Does go down to Grim, but what
that's
a
a big
shot
one
from hallzerk.
That's such a huge kill as well, because now they're kind of stuck. JT only takes the one, but Big Zero is very quick to trade. hallzerk's left in no man's land. He's a solitary dude, and I mean, he was bringing the utility, right? He doesn't even have armor. Admittedly, it's probably going to be headshots. So we'll see how much that matters. And he's been given a lot of room. Until Big Zero comes back and takes that room back. Said, yeah, just going to give you just enough rope to hang yourself. Oof. That's paiN Gaming. Moving up to double digits right off the pistol.
Yeah, the opposite of what Complexity we're looking for after that performance on their CG side, only getting 6 rounds. What do they do here? Do you force up? No, definitely not. No bomb plant. They're just going to go with the pistols. 4 Glocks, the P250, and a flashbang. Only $500 invested into the round here by Complexity. On the other end, paiN's already going to get a couple of rifles. In fact, 2 A1Ss, the FAMAS, the dualies carried over by Skullz, and an MP9. Obviously, the MP9 could farm a lot of money for hallzerk, so we'll see where he's positioned. Looks like
The right
he's on
spot.
hut. Yep.
In the right spot early on. Dooley's confidence here for Skullz as well. Molotov down. They're just going to go through it. And 1 kill is all they get. Dooley's very effective here. Until they aren't. All right, JT making a little money, but against the A1S, that's a little bit too much of an ask. Still, for Complexity, it was about getting this gun around. Now's the moment. It's the dually meta, John. It's the dually meta.
Yeah, it's good against unarmed opponents, but once the armor comes out, they become kind of useless. So that's why we're only seeing them really in the early rounds and not further on once we get into the nitty-gritty.
5-7 supremacy.
Yes, 5-7 is incredibly good.
Stupid good. Probably should be nerfed, but please, Dave, I need this.
No, I think it's perfect because it doesn't get instant headshots at long range. It's only close range, and you have to be kind of methodical in the way you use it. Maybe in terms of the amount of rounds you have in a magazine.
Yeah, 20 in a pistol is kind of insane.
Might be a little much. Yeah. I mean, they already nerfed the op. Maybe the.
Maybe. Biku, that's a dink. That's a dink. He will have heard it as well. That's huge information. Now he finishes off. Playing with his food. This smoke wall outside is proving so disastrous for Complexity. They just can't get down. They suffered heavy casualties. And hallzerk's posted on the angle as well, playing with the smoke. It's just playing the pixel cap here. Through the corner! What? The whole idea of playing it that way is you play the pixel cap so you can't get headshot. And Fang says, I don't care. I can see through walls. Unfortunately, he couldn't see how many players had already rotated down for paiN. That's a great recovery for paiN. 12 rounds, doubling up their opponent's scoreline. Doesn't matter if you get a headshot through walls. You better be able to headshot everybody.
Oh boy, this is getting a little bit scary for Complexity now. That was the round where they should have made some noise, and instead, not much at all. I mean, economy's pretty good for paiN, not great. I'll be able to absorb a round lost here should it come through, but I'd be surprised if it did. They do have the Hero AK for Complexity. We talked about this yesterday, that they like to run this type of setup sometimes. Tech 9, 2 Deagles, and a P250 around Floppy's AK. And hallzerk. Just going to be perhaps lining up some utility there. Then gets naded down to 29 HP. JT rattles off a couple of shots there from the Deagle, but doesn't connect on anything. And I believe Nekis has spotted out some information as he backs off to the bottom of ramp. Yeah, he heard those footsteps and saw a few players as well.
paiN's not taking the bait. At least not yet. Maybe a double maneuver in here from hell. They're starting to animation and Floppy will punish that. The trades are there, but so far advantage, and that's a big one. That's a big one for Fang. Now Complexity are in this round. Minute on the clock, only 2 players to find. paiN figuring out their response. They're going to play together. work their way in outside, and as I say play together, they will split up, because of course. So,
I think.
upgrades available here, John. This one's going to get spicy. Skullz is going to try and find back some of these kills, but as they make their way in towards lower, comes a moment where you might just have to cut your losses.
Yeah, but
Oh, they're
Skullz
coming
could
back
catch
up.
one off here.
The timing.
Yeah.
The timing. Oh, hallzerk gets an idea. I don't know whether he spotted the tip of a barrel or what, but either way, he's going to come in, and now just with hallzerk. It's only 20 seconds. If hallzerk drops the bomb, this could get spicy, but he can't find the kill. He's pushed off. He's rebuffed. The bomb is down, and this should be the round.
That timely smoke coming in there. Saving the life of, I believe it was Grim. hallzerk can't lock him down, and now will fall back and save. So that is a very nice execution for Complexity. Flashes were on point right on that entry in towards ramp, and then the key player was Fang. He got really quiet yesterday in that BO3 up against MIBR, but he's come out and really performed well on Nuke, at least so far, given the rounds that Complexity have had success in. And those two frags really made a difference and put paiN in a very tough spot. So, I mean, like I mentioned before, should be able to absorb that round loss on paiN, especially with the saved A4. But, that's a good round for Complexity to strike back and find their seventh.
I just noticed something. hallzerk just picked up a Zeus off the ground, I'm pretty sure. I think that was probably purchased from someone on paiN, I'd imagine. The cold player was waylanding the Zeus. They're really, really bold. Okay. So if that breaks out, if he gets a Zeus kill, I'll be happy, John.
Okay.
You ready for it?
That's the key, right?
He's got the one hero rifle. Probably should have dropped the Zeus over to a teammate. Don't think it's going to happen. Rip. Rip the dream. Oh, no. Here we go. Skullz is beginning with the Zeus. Ekis has it as well. Here we go.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right. The dream lives. Gotta watch out if you're gonna go for this A take.
What? Are they both holding? They are both holding Zeuses right now. That's interesting. It's good angles as well. Nick is behind orange boxes there.
Oh!
Skullz is gonna get the Zeus frag. Your favorite Mike Fang goes down. Then he gets the one with the A1S. That's Grim, his next victim. This could quickly fall apart, and it is. Big Uzera gets floppy. 5v2.
Oh, in that case, if he gets another Zeus frag in this round, this would be absolutely unreasonable right now. And
no.
JT is completely isolated. He'd lose his gun. He'd lose the bomb. They're going to freeze. They're going to try and slow things down here. But paiN have no reason to give them anything. And okay. Ekis tries to go looking. JT punishes that at the very least. So now this opens up possibilities towards lower. But hallzerk's still hoping that someone will give him an angle in towards the squeaky door. It's not happened just yet. But if they try and come towards sight, there's now two rifles on position. Skullz has this A1S. It's going to be so very tough to make this take work. hallzerk on hot, tough position. First contact is theirs. They clear. They realize the second player's not there. It's just JT with the hero play. How does he even get out the gate? How does he even get out the door? Well, like that. Oh, got the right read. Got the right shots. All right, JT. A little hero play required. Bomb's going to go down. No one can deny this. This is going to get real interesting. There's no armor on either of these players. JT could shoot through them like a knife through hot butter. It's all about JT here. Slipping his way in towards the second vent. Because they're coming in a hut. Angle's going to be positioned here towards heaven. Does he clear? Zevi has to clear. He's not done it. JT's not looking. Oh, and the deep shot lands.
What a shot.
JT doubted himself, doubted his read, and in doing so, lost the round. Well, they lost the round, but they lost a bunch of kills to Zeus's and pistols. But JT loses the chance at a nutty 1v4 clutch.
I mean, look, when the Zeus is used properly, it's actually extremely scary, and you saw why, right? It's
Best
an
gun in the game,
insta-kill. I mean, well, let's not go too far,
Best
Mike,
gun in the game. One shot, one kill.
Depending if you
One
are
shot,
at the right
one
range. And sometimes there's some RNG, and it doesn't do 100
Look,
damage.
there's
so
nothing worse than
just
getting the
saying.
98 and 1 Zeus kill, or Zeus lack of kill. That is the
Yes.
worst feeling. I hit him!
But,
I hit him! Check console. I did hit him!
Yep. But, I mean, look, Skullz, what a fantastic play, right? Not only does he get the Zeus frag, picks up the A1S, and immediately has the force of mind to get that second frag and a follow-up afterwards. Unreal stuff. And his teammates, actually, I think it was his teammate that got another frag. Anyway, look, it was chaos, but paiN thrived. And, of course, that shot at the end from Zevi was wicked. 13-7. Not the round that Complexity really wanted to let fall, but because they had 4 rifles picked up in a round that they had a full-on eco a couple of rounds ago, that means they had plenty of cash to invest back into this round. So that's why you're seeing the 4 AKs. Zevi sees a player charge on through and towards that A side, and Complexity are trying to go for the end here. And it works!
Oh, my
3
goodness.
frags in a row.
hallzerk, though, he's got the bomb. He's got the bomb in his control. They're going to have to fight with him. They've got a player coming from mini. They're harassing. Molotov's good, and yeah, there's no way getting out for hallzerk. Utility effective there for Complexity. They'll retrieve that bomb, risking a little bit of molly damage. Frankly, Netkiz could consider the save, but after that ridiculous round of the last, maybe Netkiz is feeling like magic can happen. This is going to be a really tough ask for him. He needs someone to wander into his crosshair. Right now, they're not giving him an inch. They're not giving him a toe. Bomb taken away. Complexity know they have to win this round. No more fumbles allowed. No more silliness. The thing will make sure that doesn't happen. So they wipe away the mistake of the last round a little bit. That one's still going to sting when they watch back the demo, but for the time being, at least, they get another chance at this one.
Alrighty. Still, it's a 5-round lead for paiN, and they have been the better team so far, especially in those clutch moments, right? Complexity being able to carry forward those 4 AKs and up, and this time they'll have full utility to work with. On the other end, paiN decided to force up. I mean, it was a weird economy, so I understand it. Plus, they get an op, an A1S, and a FAMAS out of it. Netkiz having to settle for the 5-7, but also 59 in Skullz' hands. Netkiz gets a little too eager, but the trade is right there as Zevi drops Fang. So a 4v4, even numbers.
Outside! That's a big kill. That's a big one. That gives so much control. They can wrap the tendrils around this site. That puts major pressure onto these paiN players. hallzerk's going to try and make a move here, it seems. Playing close to the smoke, seeing if he can't spot an ankle. Just barely, I think, misses it. As the player comes through, you can see the turn. Floppy can't echolocate, but Skullz has been lost elsewhere. hallzerk has been funneled back, and hallzerk is gone. So just on to Zevi. He's alone. He's probably trying to think about an exit strategy here. He got his pick. He got his. No one else get theirs. And so Complexity almost certainly going to continue to build.
Yeah, a couple of good rounds there, but Zevi is going to drop Floppy, so that makes it more expensive for him. And Zevi, actually, is he hunting forward a little bit? Kind of, yeah. He's heading in towards lobby, it seems. Maybe just wants to tuck himself in trophy right now, and that appears to be the play. A little bit dangerous, though. Wall bang attempted by Complexity. Doesn't yield anything. And Zevi will survive. Keeps the op up, which is important, considering they won't be able to buy anything else in this round.
Gives them something, for sure. Curious to see how they use it here. Right, solo op. Do you go bold outside, try and find a pick? Do you go for that squeaky door break? Do you go for the ramp hold? There's a lot of options here for an opper here on Nuke. It's going to get spicy.
Yeah. I think the important thing is make sure you have a buddy system here so that if Zevi goes down, the op can be picked up right away. You don't want to leave him.
Squeaky peek. Effective utility here. Gonna rebuff them. Going for a boost out, though. They really want to commit to this fight, and Zevi's going to get one as a result. Oh, that's one way to maximize the AWP. Grim was not ready for this.
This is a really good spot.
They're trying to come on through. That's a big kill. Now pressure's on for the opper. They can't really hold on to this position. Taking out that one hub player is going to make them more uncomfortable, so Zevi needs to adjust, and they're going to bring the pressure elsewhere. USB is spotted, but the thing is, Netkiz can't really hold on to this, so it's about tuck and tail. It's about slowing them down, allowing his teammates to get in a position, maybe bringing Zevi's op to bear. They've got an extra AK here, but there's no armor behind it. It's going to be tough. Still, the doors are open. Zevi can work here. Zevi can make something happen. The utility hasn't pushed him off the angle at all. He's not going to connect that shot. Don't know how many more opportunities he'll get, but he'll get one more at the very least. His teammates may be lost, but Zevi's the king piece here. He's just the one that needs to survive. hallzerk's taking Qualifiers off the board, and there goes the queen. And with that, Big Zera will back away, because this one's done.
I mean, he doesn't have much to save. Maybe he's just... I don't know. There's really not much to retrieve here, so... Only the P2000. Maybe looking for a dropped gun somewhere. We're hoping to Goomba stomp someone here in the vent. Either way, some scary moments for Complexity. I love the way Zevi maneuvered the boost on top of vent at the beginning and then rotating around to sight to try and find something over there, and he did. As big as floppy as he was trying to hunt for a gun. But yeah, I mean, odds were that, of course, Complexity would be able to take that, and they did. 10-13. They hit double digits and a timeout called by paiN because they have to decide if they're going to go for the investment here. I don't think there's much of a discussion needs to be had because they should buy up here.
Presumably, but you start to get nervous if you're paiN, right? I mean, this is already the third of 4 timeouts, right? So the problem for paiN is they were so comfortably in the lead. They were looking good. They convert the round. They should as well, right? Everything's coming up paiN. Everything's coming up roses. But now you've got a risky situation. They are buying. hallzerk was the low money player. He's gone in, so they are going in. But this round's now going to have a lot hinging on it. This is where you could put the game away with a slightly inferior buy, right? No kits, right. I don't believe. So that's a concern if a retake comes through. Or if you lose this and you lose your guns, Complexity could storming right back in and take this map.
Yeah, I think it's a tight scoreline at that point.
paiN are in a tough spot. This is a huge round for them. You've got to be feeling a little nervous if you're paiN.
No doubt. There's a molly over top, but it's going to be a quick hit for Complexity, and it so far doesn't look that great. It's going to be trades back and forth. That helps a lot. hallzerk gets an important one with Zevi, and that should be it for paiN.
They're backing away. That money's depleted. This is such a tough retake now. You don't have the utility for it. You have a single smoke, so maybe you could go over the top in heaven, but you don't have a flashbang for it, so you'd be coming straight into crosshairs and just dead. They know it. They know they're locked out. They know the door's shut. They forgot their key, and, well, the spare's not under the welcome mat. So now for paiN, it's about reevaluating the next round, and here's where you get into a very scary situation if you're a fan of this Brazilian team. This was their map. They were in control through all of it, John. And now... Now they're not. Now they don't know what's coming next. Now they're in Complexity's wheelhouse, and that lead's going to evaporate before you know it.
That breathing room, let them back into this one, and man, they're taking advantage of every opportunity they've been given. 11th round picked up. Good news for paiN, of course, that they're able to save a couple of rifles on forward. Bad news is they are only going to be able to invest pistols around them if they want to keep a healthy economy, which they absolutely do because they're still in the lead. Don't have to press that panic button just yet, but you're right, Mike. The momentum that paiN had going into, I would say, the second half, and even in the early goings of it, is now gone. And it feels like we're starting to lean more towards Complexity.
Looks like we could be getting some fast play towards ramp, but smoke's going to slow that down. Considering how little utility there is, every one of these smokes better count for paiN, because they've only got one left.
Yep.
So you got Biggie with one of the rifles tucked away here. Akis is playing Mustang, I think. He is indeed trying to maximize those guns, but if pressure just comes in towards ramp, there's not much you're going to be able to do here. You got Zevi with a USP to watch from hell. Actually, he's in heaven. Never mind. There's no one here. There's no one here. Complexity have picked wisely. They have found the empty spot. If they just go towards lower, it's free. paiN had to gamble, and gamble they did. You gotta respect it, but at this point, unless Complexity really overthink this one, this round should be just about decided.
Yeah. I don't mind the gamble at all, right? Because you invest into the body armor, you buy some upgraded pistols, at least for Skullz and hallzerk, because Zevi's saving for the op. But you know what? If you don't engage with them, great. You know, you have the armor and the pistols for the next round. If you do, you'll have the advantage. So it's a good call from paiN. And at the end of the day, they're probably not going to seek any fights at all. I'd be surprised. Okay,
that's a big one. That's a big one. Well, they wanted to isolate the AK, right? Because then you can get an extra gun up. But JT, he's taking his pound of flesh. They will finally have him down. They should now have 3 rifles that they can potentially take through if they don't lose any more of these bodies. So it was worth the sacrifice. You do lose, I think, 2 sets of armor on that, which is, but you get an extra AK.
Trade. Yeah. The AK is worth more than 2 sets of armor, no question. All right, so paiN. Get the extra rifle. That'll make their buy a lot more comfortable in that following round. Complexity are on a roll. 12th round picked up 5 in a row that they've found so far. 6 out of the last 7 as well. This is looking like it's turning into as good of a T side as paiN pulled off.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. I'm surprised the op doesn't come through here in this one.
I am too. Zevi was explicitly saving for it.
They have money. They've had some success. I do wonder if Zevi's one of the players who saved the rifle through, or are they just...
Yes, he was.
Maybe they're going to go for a little bit more of an aggressive play here. I'm curious to see. Yeah, I'm really surprised that op doesn't come out since it was giving them some success early. That's a huge kill early on. Because Air's not allowed to get into secret. The player on top of Silo takes him down. JT would have likely been there for the finishing blow if Grim hadn't. And that's a huge one to find early. And look at this positioning. Grim's down lower. They're going to have to respond. They're going to have to rotate. Nekis has done exactly that. This is going to freeze these players in place while they work their way back up top. Oh, paiN. They're on the back ropes already. This is already such a high-pressure round, and we're only 30 seconds into it. Zevi has the weight of the world on his shoulders. We're going to back away, though. You've drawn 2 players towards lower. 3, actually, I believe here, right? Are they working together?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think there are 3 here.
Well, no, there's two lower, 2 top. So either way, you're going to be hitting about an equal force towards either side. They're trying to clear back in towards secret. That's a big kill to find. Second vent player could be huge here. Takes coming through. hallzerk's not peeking. Is there a Molotov for him? No, they don't clear it. The Molly's late. No one's watching. No one's watching.
Oh, no.
That's a disaster here for Complexity. That Molly was way too late. And now a vent dive's going to come through as Floppy's going to try and pull off a clutch. And they know. I mean, there's no secret about this, right? He's sprinting. He's sprinting. He's running. He's just trying to get this bomb down. Door opens. Kill comes in. Floppy in the clutch. Here's the footsteps, and he's got the shot! He bails them out! A 4K from Floppy. It's been a quiet map, but this round, he gets loud!
Oh, man. If they were on land right now, Floppy getting some high fives and fist bumps, because that is literally saving the day for Complexity. They completely overlook back vents because they throw the molly and be like, oh, you know, it's fine. No one seems to be there. But hallzerk peeks out, gets 2, and finally goes down. In fact, 2 Floppy, even the Molotov wasn't the one that took him down. So really well done from hallzerk, but Floppy even better in the clutch as he saves the day. It's just a fantastic read, too, to fake the plant and then peek around the corner as he had the audio.
I still want to talk about that round, though, for Complexity, because it was such a fumble. It should have been such a fumble, right? You even have the idea that you need to molly second vent, but no one is watching it. First off, that molly's way too late for when your take comes through. I don't know whether the guy was just out of position when it was called for or what. But second, it's just... You gotta look when you molly something.
You gotta clear it, yes. They were just assuming, all right? They just threw the molly, like, no one's there. Like, they didn't even take the time to check.
It's a question of somebody missed their responsibility on that one. Yeah. Here's gonna be the first pick. Here's the first kill. They know Nekis is here, so Nekis will back away. A 1-for-1 isn't the end of the world there, but it does raise the pressure. That's a huge kill for Zevi. Call the man the pressure valve, because he just keeps finding this one pick to bring it back into the favor of paiN. He's having a heck of a map. 21-13. Glad they've got that op back up for him. And he wants to come right back into the fray. Going back into this aggressive angle in hut. So bold. Posting back up exactly where he got a kill before. But this engagement outside is going to be huge. JT's all the way up here. They don't know. They don't know. Someone's watching. They're trying to distract. Nekis gets that kill. Man. And now hallzerk's looking for it. And it's all good. So paiN, they let the scoreline get knotted up. But when it matters most, they find the round they need.
Yeah, good news for Complexity, though, is because they went on that ridiculous 6-round win streak. They do have plenty of cash in their bank to buy up here. It'll be a full buy for a case op, no problem, full util. On the paiN side, though, that's why we wanted to see the op, right? That's why we were surprised that Zevi didn't bring it out sooner, because look at the impact that he had in that round. Just unbelievable stuff. Now he's up to 21 frags, and Skullz right above him at 23. So typical kind of trend here for paiN, with the young guns taking care of business at the top of the scoreboard. And that's when they find success. hallzerk going to walk a little bit too far into that Molotov, gets burned down to 68, but now he's looking to re-peek. He wants to get this early frag here to open up the space into the A site. But both Skullz spots him out, but will he be able to frag him? Well, no, hallzerk wins the duel.
Yeah, you always got to be careful when you're baiting around on that door with hallzerk, right? You know how deadly that op is on the other side. Ooh, that's a big pick to find early. Skullz has been another huge impact player here. You talked about it in the pre-game, John, or the early game. These young guys, they're the impact players! This time it's JT to trade out Floppy. Now they've got control of ramp. Lower is theirs. hallzerk's going to make it that much better. And they're just going to keep giving him
Oh,
opportunities,
why?
assuming that he would come off the angle and that he could retake the space, but no. Just hallzerk. They are going to give him a chance. And he'll take it. Up on top of the hut. That was heard, maybe? Now it certainly was. Ooh, that gets way too close for comfort if you're a Cole fan, but we're going the full 30. We're going the distance. We're going for speed.
That's a nail biter for sure, right? Here's the scope, so he starts pre-firing a little bit around the boxes and realizes the player's trying to come from hut, so I mean, he swings around, gets one more in that situation, and then only has hallzerk to deal with. I say only, I mean, hallzerk's been incredible, right, over these last few, but still, could have been a paiN round if Complexity weren't careful. Oh, man. I don't know why they kept peeking hallzerk one by one, though, right? I know, like you said, maybe they thought he went off the angle, but, I mean, it's hallzerk. He's so lights out when you try to challenge him like that.
Certainly going to be feeling the juices after that one. A limited buy here for paiN to try and keep this in their favor, to try and keep Complexity off a map point here, right? They've risked it all in this round. This would be such a bit of defeat considering how much of this map they were in control, how good they were looking for so much of Nuke here. But this is the round. It's all well and good. Who cares if it's a 16-8 or if it's a 16-14, as long as you get that 16 for you. That's what paiN are thinking right now. But see if they can capitalize. Good flashbang. Oh, a little bit shaky on the kills, but Floppy reins it in to the tune of 2. This bomb's going down. At this point, this should be a save. It's got to be a save. They have to try and play for that last round to bring this into overtime. So paiN, it is going to hurt them so very much, but they have to concede. They have to concede map point over to Complexity.
Oh, man. paiN probably thinking back on what happened yesterday and saying, oh, man, we can't let history repeat itself again, because they were up 11-8 against MIBR yesterday. It was looking great for them here on this map, and then all of a sudden the rounds started to pile up and end up losing regulation. Biguzero is going to get one at the hallzerk here. I don't know if they're going to try going for anything. No, they can keep their guns, right?
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. The pressure's going to be coming through. It's a double up right now.
Yeah.
Flashbang in. Oh, Bigu gets caught, and so it is only the one op making it through. Oh, woo, one op at the very least making it through. The drop down from the top rope, but just a second too late to find the kill. All right, paiN Gaming, they will get a buy, at least in this last with those saved guns. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty. They have 1 kit, 2 kits. Some full sets of utility, but the limitations here still. They're trying to drag this into overtime. 1 round is all that they need. And for Complexity, it's been a heck of a road. You did it the hard way. And they can close it out now. Pressure on to this upper take. Skullz taking a little bit of HE damage early on, but there's nothing behind it, at least for the moment. Just harassment.
Waiting for this smoke to fade as he wants to peek in towards Squeaky. JT is just biding his time at outer yard, waiting for someone to potentially try and get aggressive and push up. This could be it. Complexity trying to end this one in regulation. Neck is holding the angle over at ramp. Gets flashed out. That's a perfect flash, in fact, because it clears out ramp and you don't even have to fight for it.
It's fortunate that he's able to fall away. It wasn't holding a more aggressive posture on that peak or an angle. So Complexity, they're just going to show the presence in towards ramp. They're actually going to fully back away. They're not even leaving the 1 like you'll see a lot of teams do to maintain that presence. They're coming back into what's likely an A hit. hallzerk's getting adventurous in the hut. Oh, the timing on this could be huge. The timing on this could be huge. hallzerk. What's he going to be able to find tight to the angle? They're coming out Squeaky instead. Now he's talked. This could get weird. hallzerk dealt with. And from the back of the site, Skullz is as well. This bomb's going down. A man advantage found for Complexity in the post plant, and paiN its desperation station now. They have to try and get back in, and Grim will not allow it. He will not allow it at all. So now Zevi and Nekiz, and they need a hero. Zevi smoked off. He hasn't been able to get into this round at all. The smoke continues to block his vision. He could maybe skip through. Oh, the flashbang is good. Nekiz with a vital kill. A must-have kill. But hallzerk takes away his off, and Floppy will finish it off. The comeback complete here for Complexity, and the map win to go along with it. What an incredible long-run game from Cole.
This was 13-9.
Yeah.
In favor of paiN. They only got 1 round after that, and Complexity just completely took over. That's so Oh man, that's just so hard to swallow if you're a paiN fan or if you're paiN themselves, because everything